Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
What
Take them off, Randy.
Yeah.
Take what off?
Whatever he says, take them off.
Oh, no. Take it off. What's up? What's up, fellas?
Boys.
Seen you fellas since Saturday night when Al and I Irish goodbye to everybody because it was 1 a.m. here.
Is there any other way?
I was out, dude. I was done. I was out of go-go juice.
No, it was. I think we ran up against the EV mucks telling us, "Hey guys, fuck, come on, calm down."
Yeah, definitely did because I saw the email the next morning.
Yeah,
Your stream is about to automatically be ended.
That was a good night.
Man. So what's up, everybody, to our Tuesday night gathering of the Guitarsenal. As you can see, it's the three lunatics sitting here. And I don't know
The
if
best ones of the bunch.
Right. The top three over here.
Most consistent, anyways.
If this was the MySpace day, the three of us would be in your top four.
Right beside Tom.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck Tom. So, yeah, I don't have a particular topic to talk about tonight, so we can just cover whatever bases you want to cover. So,
Absolutely. You guys got anything you want to chat about? Light her up in the chat.
I
Otherwise,
did.
we'll ramble on just like we're backstage, and we'll edit ourselves so we're not thrown off the YouTubes.
Right. I did see Kevin Brava had a question. I did see that. I think it's a pretty neat one. We can answer it to the best of our abilities because the leader's not here, but kind of tell how we all ended up here. That's a pretty cool one. But I guess we'll go ahead and say hey to everybody. So hey everybody.
Buongiorno.
See who we got here in the chat. For first one I see is freaking channel member Cucumber CMBR. Boing. And we got Darren Darboard. What's up, brah? Also a channel member. And then this fucking guy, my bro in Shred, R2R3 locking nut. Yeah, he was awesome Saturday. Yeah. I've been off my game because I ain't felt too good the last couple weeks. So
I think I got the sympathy crud from you. I've got leakage and woke up with an earache.
Yeah, the earache I had, but not the leakage. Well,
from the nasal passages.
Oh yeah, that's there. Rob Blackmore, what's happening, bro? Channel member Chuck C, who I see is selling his Chub Tone, and if I hadn't just bought something, I would fucking buy it. You bastards selling these Chub Tones like 2 weeks dude, Chuck put his up for sale like 2 days after I bought what I just bought. So
what you got to do is you actually got to don't buy a guitar until you have enough for two.
Thanks a fucking lot, bud. Dory McMahon in the house.
Yeah, give some people some heads up. Jesus.
Good to see you, Dory. Jeff. Florida Claimers Ted. Boogie Woogie mofo. There's our old Cola.
Hey, brother.
He wants to know what we're drinking. Same old shit. Energy drinks and kicking horse and polluted tap water.
Pharmaceutical laced water.
He also would like to know if you guys lube your nuts, oil or graphite. I've never used either one on my nuts. It's usually a water-based lubricant.
KY.
Oh, guitar nuts. Pretty much everything here that most of my go-to stuff are Floyd nuts, and no, I do not lubricate them. I think about everything else I have that's a string through or a stop tail piece of some sort. They're all Graphtec. I've swapped them all to Graphtec graphite nuts. So I don't put anything in those either. They're pretty slippery.
What you, Yinny?
Slippery. I use dry graphite.
I use, forget whose name it is, but his nut sauce.
Big Ben's.
That's right.
Ben's.
That smells a little bit like burnt tires, but it works.
I have used when I had on my first Strat that I still have, and you know it's got the cheap ass plastic nut in there. I use the same thing I used to put on the knife edges of the Floyd, made by DuPont. It's a Teflon dry lube. Doesn't attract dirt and fuzz and all that shit. So, Teddy, what's up, Teddy? There's channel member Todd 0864. What's up, bro? Brian Peterson, good to see you. Kevin Bravo in the house. Hey, but we'll get to this question in just a minute. Promise you. Darren also says he was curious also. Papa Blue in the house. Everybody's favorite firefighter and channel member, Mr. Andy fucking Carson.
Hello.
Fucking awesome dude, man.
Fuck yeah, he is. He's fun to hang out with. Funny, nice guy. If I was gay,
You'd fuck him.
Blue, what's up, Blue Mox?
He needed the money.
Good to see you, Blue. Also, channel member. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Christopher Live Soba in the house.
Hey, Boa.
Talking about the stankies.
Sports ball.
And then this fucking guy right here, Jimmy Bader.
Brother Jim.
And then there he is, Bradley Wood. What's going on, bro? Searching for Tone, channel member and up in the house.
Another Brian.
We're all still searching.
For Doniston.
KXM Rock. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man.
Raider Rich.
Lays. What's up, Rich?
Good to see you.
SoCal 760.
No Man's Land says, great evening.
What's up, Canome?
It is, brother.
Konami. Cushman NYC. What's going on, dude?
Brother Kush.
Who else we got up here? There's Scotty. What's going on, Scotty?
Hey, Scotty.
Scott.
There you go, John. There's your girlfriend, Dahlia.
Shaking girl.
Sammy Reynolds in the house.
Yeah, you.
It's Brother Sam.
Yo. Marchie. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but sounds good. No Man's Land says, I'm on a quest to minimize trim noise, not only spring noise, but the sawing noise of the bar itself. Swap the bar to the, if it's a Floyd, get one of the push-in bars. They take 10 minutes to swap out, and you can leave them dangly loose or tighten them or whatever the fuck you want to do, and they don't make any noise when they're swinging. Where was I? Zach Thong. What's up, Zach? Chuck C says, I may still have it when you get ready to buy again. Man, just don't tell me that. I'll buy something amazing and then 40 grit will be like, oh, hey, bro, you want to buy my vanilla shake chub tone? And I'll be like, I hate you. Scott says he's trying the Music Nomad stuff. I swear it's just Vaseline. It probably is. Maddie. What's up, Maddie? Good to see you, bro. There's Joe. What's up, Joe Alba? Craft Tech wins, but ain't nothing wrong with a little plain pencil lead sometimes when done carefully.
Great, man.
Well, there he is. Channel member Guitar Man 45. Bo, what's happening, Bo? The owner of all. It's a Satch signature, so I don't want to change up, but the bar has an Allen nut inside the cavity. It needs constant adjustment. Pain in the ass. Look at the fuck that company? The Red Bishop makes bars for Ibanez. that everybody apparently loves. I've never tried them. They make them for Floyd's and Ibanez trims, but everybody that I've seen fucking swears by them.
Seeing as Jimmy hates Ibanez, what do you think?
I'm not familiar with the Allen or the grub screw on there, so it must have a lower model. Must be like a JS 140 or have something else on there, because I am not familiar with any Ibanez edge trim with a grub screw to tighten up the bar.
I don't know. Wayne McConnell says, "Yo, people, what's up, Wayne?"
Yeah, I'd have to know what exactly what the bridge is to give an answer.
Cool. What's up, Wayne? What's up, Stu Petty? Good to see you.
Stu, what's shaking, brother?
Stuart. Mean Joe McGraw in the house. Hey, fellas, and any gals. There's a few gals here. I don't know how we pulled that off, but
Haven't seen Hillary around in a bit.
I think she's busy doing the mom thing.
You think?
Sometimes I know she tunes in, and just sometimes she just lurks.
Yeah.
So
Hope she's doing well.
let's see who the fuck else is here. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights.
How you doing, man?
What's going on? Chats about the trim arms. Joe's talking about Godo has that trim arm as well and too stiff.
Oh, you mean like a 1996 T? They have a grub screw right on the back. I have mine set to where it moves easily, but it stays where I swing it.
Kush says, "Hey boys, we already said hey to Kush, but we'll say hey again
We will.
because we like Kush. We like all of you."
Yep.
And all right, we're at the bottom of the chat here, so let me go back up here to this comment, this question that Kevin Brava asked. Darren's curious about it as well. So Kevin asks, "Gentlemen, I have been listening since the beginning of the year, I guess." Well, that's cool, I guess. Thanks, I guess. Fucking with you. That's awesome, man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, man.
Been curious how you guys all met to become the OU crew. Sorry if you've had to explain this before. Cheers.
Actually, I never had.
I don't think we ever really have.
Nope.
Or at least not as long as I've been here. It was not a gay bar, Cucumber.
Said Blue Oyster.
Blue
and
Oyster.
Ryan's lights sucked me in.
So we all kind of, from what I gather, is we all kind of pal around in different YouTube spaces in this guitar community thing. You gotta mention that one guy whose name I'm not going to mention because I don't like the guy. But I think a few of us were there years ago, and I think we all kind of hung around with, and Ben Coombs chat, and
Ben was a big one. Yeah.
yeah, Ben and Robert Baker and Dave Nesdahl, Hans 36 Solo, correct?
Tony, Fruitcake Tony.
Yeah, Fruitcake Tony. I've been pals with Kurt 5150 over there on the Under the Bus Boys network for fucking years, just from being in all the Van Halen stuff. It kind of goes back to like the old VH Links forums 20 years ago when I was, teenager. But
I wonder if Brett still has that running.
yes, I think DeBrildo still fucking hangs out in there from time to time.
Huh.
But that whole thing, Rob Johnson and all the Van Halen guys.
Yeah.
Scotty brings up Ola England, dude. I've been in the Ola England train since 2010 when he had like 5,000 subs.
You even had one of his guitars in your possession.
I did.
You received a guitar for him.
Yeah, exactly. And then I guess from what I understand, it was in the aftermath of the falling out with a bunch of people and the JB crew over there. Ryan started this because Ryan wanted.
Actually, no. Can I? Because I know that bit.
Okay, well, you take that over. I don't want to say anything that's not true that didn't happen.
From what I understand, Ryan was involved in the Johnny Bean show, and he started his own thing over here to
because he wanted to play
and do all that sort of thing. Well, of course, fuckface went and got all threatened and upset by it.
Yep.
And basically ghosted him. So Ryan said, "Fuck you. I'm done with you. See ya."
Right.
And that was the end of that. So I mean, not a whole lot of drama there.
And R2 was around that whole thing too. That's how I met R2 was through that whole community thing years ago.
Yep.
And it wasn't long. Ryan got this up and running. I mean, basically with R2, right?
Yep.
And it's just them two. And what R2 was it? R2 that brought Trev in,
No,
or
that I don't know, but I know. I think it was because Trev was part of the Johnny Bean thing too, right?
oh yeah, the infamous New Year's show.
Yeah. So I think a couple of the off-air hangs and everything was cool. So it was
Ryan,
good
R2, and
hangs,
Trev.
good showmates, right?
Right, Ryan and Trev's good at the behind-the-scenes stuff. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
So then it was those three,
Yep.
and it was those three for a while. And then Trev suggested you, correct?
Yeah.
Bringing you in.
Yeah. Come in and hang, and it was the same thing. We did some playing backstage and hanging and bullshitting, and
Yep.
surprise, surprise, we're all cast from the same ilk, I guess.
Yep. And then I think Jimmy and I made our first appearances on like back on the Sunday Jam around the same time. I think Jimmy's first one was the week or two before I popped in here. But you and I were friends on the old Facebook, and I'd posted a clip. I'd gotten off work early because I had to go to the dentist for a cleaning, and they're sitting there like, picking at your teeth and shit, and Def Leppard's Photograph was playing. And it was stuck in my head, and I went home, and I was like, I rarely ever recorded videos of me playing. And, but I always kind of wanted to jump in on this on a Sunday show. I just didn't have the balls to do it. And I just went home from the dentist, and I think it was a 2 or 3 taker. I made a clip of me playing the Photograph solo. And John saw it and was like, "Dude, you got to come on and play with us on Sunday. You got to come on and play. You can fucking play. You got to come on and play." And I think it was about a month or so I finally worked up the nerve. And Jimmy had already blown everybody's fucking eardrums to smithereens like the week before.
I thought Jimmy and I jammed on other shows together. Or
Man.
just watched Jimmy.
I don't think so.
I was well aware of you then, because you were on a lot of the same shows that we watch, right?
Yeah.
But so that kind of just turned into a thing there where Jimmy was on more than I was. I popped in here and there, and actually don't know how the fuck I got the invite to join. Whose fucking idea that was, but y'all asked me.
That was me.
I figured. Y'all asked me. Ryan and I had exchanged numbers, and I don't know, it was like February or something of last year. It was like the week after I drove to North Carolina and bought that JP16. Ryan had texted me. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you a link. Jump on in. We're just hanging out jamming." And that's when y'all asked me to be part of the crew.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Of course, I want to spend money on gear and shit. Have a reason to play."
Yep.
And Jimmy was just always around, so we were just kind of like, why don't we have Jimmy part of this? I mean, he pretty much is.
Well, he was, but he wasn't official, and it's like, fuck that. This guy is here all the time.
Right.
He's, great hang and awesome to play with. I mean,
Yeah. And that's how the
And I don't get all offended and butt hurt.
yeah, that's a big thing. And I think I don't know. I think out of the whole thing is obviously. I mean, the three of us are probably the tightest
Yeah.
and hang the most. So here we are.
Three losers.
Right, we're the three losers. But
No, it's been great. I mean, that's, and I mean, we've made great friendships. We got regulars like Matt, who's fucking awesome. I love him every time he's here.
Speaking of
Joe
Matt,
Alba.
bam.
There he is. Yeah.
Are you
Joe
a wizard?
Alba, Scott Brockaway, all these guys that are semi-regulars, and of course Quentin James and Steve Brand.
How did I get caught up? Oh, we don't know. But I know I've watched Quentin for years.
Yeah. I think the first time I saw Quentin, I saw his ball sack on Ben Coombs. He came on and he was wearing track pants and he walked across the camera and his ass was out. And I swear I saw the backside of his sack. And I said, you know what? I like this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Quentin's been doing this whole, like, let me get on YouTube and go live and play guitar for nobody thing for
Long time.
a long time. Quentin's kind of an OG at
He
this.
is an OG, yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just
Brother
kind of
from another mother.
pretty much
That's
for
it.
us kids, and pops.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean it's kind of how that all happened.
As we go along,
yeah.
the channel continues to grow and evolve and change a little bit, and we're enjoying the ride so far.
Cause Jimmy, Jimmy, we used to joke that Jimmy was the YouTube guitar whore because if there's anybody that played guitar live, Jimmy would be there.
And Jimmy, bar none, at all the other channels had the best tone.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the first time I saw Jimmy wasn't on here. It was on Joe. He was jamming with Joe Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I saw Jimmy, and then the first time I ever came on here, Jimmy was there. I'm like, hey, it's that fucking Jimmy guy.
Old goat is right, Andy.
So that's pretty much the gist of how it happened.
I mean, it's fun to do with this. I mean, you bounce around. You just, have to basically find the right people to,
Right.
you can settle in with and that have common interests and views.
Right. Scotty says he met John on Pete Thorne's channel. That may be where the first place. Yeah, first place I either saw John was either Pete Thorne or Ben.
Maybe, yeah.
Or maybe Nesdall. I don't know.
It's hard to believe it's been a long time.
Yep.
Banging around with Ass Blaster back in the, early 2010s and, 10, 15 years later, it's like, fuck.
Right? That's yeah, I mean that's pretty much the gist of how this has been
All I have
going.
to say about that.
Right, so now I have to go back and thumb through. Todd says I still want to see a duel like Slayer or Maiden. Well, if the fucking
We do every Thursday or, mostly Saturday now. That is like a duel.
Keith H says don't remind me. And I assume he's talking about Quentin's two taters and pantyhose getting shown. CMBR wanted to let everybody know there's 41,000 in the chat. There's now currently 47,000. Thank all of you.
Two old gray chicken legs hanging over a clothesline.
How long you guys been doing this? I've been on here.
No, I mean it's long.
February will be 2 years. So a year and a half is how long I've been on here. Ryan started this 3 years ago? Isn't that what we just celebrated, like the 3 year?
Yeah, they've been 3 years. It's hard to believe that, even it's been 23 months for me. And goddamn, it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Right.
But
You know,
I
it's
guess
funny.
time flies when you're having fun.
What's funny is I remember I used to watch. I would watch on Thursday nights or whatever, and Ryan was all, try not to say the F word, da da da. And John just as soon as John spoke, that was the first thing that came out. So I would always send a super chat. Here's $10 to cover John's last 3 F bombs or some shit like that.
You
And
can't
then-
say the F word in the first 7 seconds.
Zach
I grew up
says
in the construction
shit.
industry, and it's been
Right.
hardwired into me. I'm sorry.
Zach said him and Trev used to play GTA 5 with another guy, and I also met Ryan and Robbie Stingle there. There you go.
Did you just say the F word?
Fringe. Scott's talking about all the people he met on Pete Thorne, Q, Bent Tom.
Yeah, Tommy was either Thorn or Ben for me.
Yeah, I mean, remember lots of you.
I think it happened twice,
Lots of you
Q.
folks, I mean, bounce around all those channels for
What's up,
forever.
Gretch?
Hockey night in Canada. Dun, 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 dun. No, I don't.
You guys ever been stumping together?
What's stumping? Something to do with penises, I'm assuming.
Well, if it's like dry docking, no.
I think we're all circumcised here.
Joe says, I learned about you all from a guy we won't mention, but at least I feel connected with good peeps. Yeah, man, I think we got a really good community here. For sure. And you can, there's 5 or 6 channels. It's guaranteed you're going to see, at least 10 of the same people in to chat it up with. Matt says, Q's his favorite geriatric.
I would go with that, yeah.
Q says, I heard there was a guy whose mouse changed colors.
Nope, not here.
Blue says, basically, as long as I've been playing guitar minus 6 months. Todd said he's talking like 30-second bursts with no downtime between Jimmy. Probably hard with latency. That's the killer is the latency.
Although
It's-
if you tuned in on Saturday,
There's like 5 of us playing at the same time.
yeah,
So like Guitar Center
yep,
on beginner level.
it was awesome.
Yep, Scotty Hitman.
Yeah, Dwight Bailey.
You fist found Robert Baker? There you go.
Jesus,
You got-
Q.
Thank you, Joe. Or Todd. I was reading Joe too.
That's awesome, man.
No, I'm not.
Penile implant.
I think I would have one that would be one of those really long balloons that you make the, balloon animals out of, and then I would just have a little, check valve, that you could just use a regular air compressor.
60 psi.
High speed rubber.
Sammy says the first guitar YouTuber he followed was the Tone King.
I
Lewis.
remember that, dude.
Lewis.
Is he still going?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yep. Well,
That's Friday nights. He was
had a
on,
lot of
like,
cool
midnight
shit.
or something.
but
It's a King of the Hill reference, stumping, by the way. Q is not R2, R3.
No.
Q is Guitar Talk Universe, aka Quentin fucking James, aka
He's one-
Pops.
The guy that sits on a couch and smokes cigarettes and has birds constantly going in the background.
Q fisted Rob? Oh God. Zach says he knew Jimmy from his videos on the Metalhead Hippie Show.
yeah, that was like, we're going on 7 years ago.
Wow.
Joe Alva says, oh, like the Reebok pumps. You remember that? Had a little basketball on the tongue?
Oh, yeah. So you did.
Early 90s. I had a pair of those.
Air Jordans.
There's Scotty throwing the shade. I don't watch Tone King. He can't play.
He's got the gear, man.
He met Eddie Van Halen at NAMM too. Did you ever see that video where he's sitting there trying out? It was probably around 2012, 2011, something like that. Probably NAMM 2012. He was sitting there playing one of the Stripe Series guitars, and he turns around and Ed's just fucking standing there watching him play. And he's like, "Oh my God, oh my God." And he's like, "No, man, keep playing." No. Well, fucking set this booth on fire before I keep playing in front of
Fuck
you.
right off, Edward.
Arkansas's in the house. What's up, Arky?
Arky, how you doing?
Sorry I haven't been around for poker. My Mondays have been kind of screwy here the last few weeks.
I didn't see any yesterday when I was perusing.
She messaged me and asked if I was going to play poker, but I've been getting home late on Mondays, so I've just been going to bed. Trying to get caught up on Dexter Resurrection, too. I'm like 4 episodes behind. But anyway. Gene Splice. What's up, Gene Splice?
Moved out to the woods?
No, that's New Blood. That's the one they did like 3 years ago.
There's another one? Well, he died, didn't he?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Gretch Zeppelin says, I took a break from watching the Guitar Channels, messed up my shoulders, bummed me out, and I couldn't play, so I stayed away. Doing better now, and I missed you all. Well, we missed you too, man.
That you're here, brother.
Welcome back.
Oh, look at this. Sammy says, fun useless fact, Tone King's real name is Tony and not Lewis. He finally told people one night in his Friday chat. Oh. He'll always be Lewis to me.
Lewis?
Lewis. There he is. All Dave. All night. We go out of our way to do nice things for QFJ, and he repays me by sending a pic of his bare ass via text.
That's appropriate.
So I shipped Dave his guitar today. Had some issues yesterday with the post office and UPS, mainly the post office lobby being closed for whatever stupid ass reason. And
Lack of interest.
well, FedEx around here will fuck up a wet dream, and I sell and buy guitars a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So as of current times, the post office has been the cheapest option for shipping. UPS has kind of gone through the roof there around here. And, but I got Dave, I bought something. So to break even on what I bought, I sold Dave my white SoCal that I played Saturday night with the cream pickguard. It's a 2011 Japanese SoCal.
That one that was sounding wicked?
Yeah, it's a great guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to decide which one I was going to offer up, and I play that one the least out of all my Japanese Charvels. So that was the one. And it kind of sucked because I was sitting here playing it Saturday night. I'm like, fuck, man, should I just send him his money back? But anyway, so I got it shipped out today, and I sent him a text. I'm like, here's the tracking number. It should be there Saturday. Have a good fucking time opening this box.
Oh, you did that to him.
Because, well, I normally have a stash of 4 or 5 guitar shipping boxes. I've used them all. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not a big deal. So I went to my local mom and pop store and to see my buddy John that runs the place, and he didn't have any. So I went to 3 or 4 different music stores, and none of them had guitar boxes. I was just
Hang on a sec here, bud. Gene Splice is asking, everyone is using the Pro 2 for the Saturday. Do we have a sound? Yeah, we can. I mean, right now we're dialed in, so we can show up literally a minute before the show and go.
rock and roll.
But if you're coming, we're happy to hang out backstage for 20 minutes or whatever it is and get you dialed in.
Yeah, just let us know and we'll get you in, 20, 30 minutes before we're supposed to go live and get you set up.
Yep.
Yep.
Email us in the description.
Yep. 100%. Sorry, Randy.
It's all good. But I struggled to find a guitar shipping box. And usually you can go by like a FedEx office and print store, and they have them. So I went to the one close to work. They didn't have them. So I was like, what the fuck? So I came home, found a box that was like for like a wardrobe / like a golf club bag. Because a guitar box is generally like 50 by 20 by 8. And these things are like 48 by 15 by 15 or something. So it's way too big. So I ended up cutting it down and made a box. And I just wasn't real happy with it. And but I was like, screw it. I'll just go get another one of these boxes and I'll just double box. Because I usually double box guitars anyway. When you've had one get fucked up, the more is more, right? Mm-hmm. So this Charvel is bubble wrapped in the case, and it's not it's the Charvel Jackson soft case. Mm-hmm. So it's, it's not a gig bag, it's a rectangular case, but it's, and it's molded and shit, but the outside of it's like a gig bag instead of a hard plastic foam lined flight case. So I bubble wrapped the guitar, closed the case up, Dave the tremolo arms in the side pocket. I didn't want it bouncing around in there. And then it's in this makeshift box that I made that's taped up with bubble wrap on each end. It's taped up with packing tape and black duct tape. And then it's in a golf bag 15 by 15 by 48 box that's also packed with bubble wrap and the spare cardboard that I had left over from cutting the other box up as a packing thing so it won't move. And then taped up with, I don't know, half a roll of packing tape. So yeah, have fun opening that shit. Not my finest job.
Chainsaw ready to go.
Not my finest job, but it should get there in one piece.
That's all that matters.
And Dave's, that should be there Saturday. And what I got should be here Friday, but I don't know if I want to show it until it's done or not. I mean, it should be perfectly playable, but I think I'm going to mold it into what I want to mold it into. I don't know. It may make an appearance Saturday. We'll see. Todd says, for each of you, what was your like breakthrough moment or when the shredding clicked? Just metronome work or certain passage or song? I don't ever fucking practice with a metronome. No. I hate them. They get on my nerves.
I did a lot. Way back when.
I am terrible. And go ahead, Scotty. Go ahead and rag me on the metronome thing. I am a terrible slow learner. If I want to learn a lick that's played fast, I try my damnedest to learn it at speed. And it sounds like shit, and then one day it'll click.
Andy would agree with you.
I've found a couple little hacks with that. So if you've got like a three note per string, a descending thing on the B and E, and you're just doing like 15, 14, 12, 15, 13, 12, I'll play it at speed, and if it's real sloppy, I'll up, down, so 4 times on the 15, then 4 on the 13, or 14, then 4 on the 12, then move to the B. And then I'll start deducing it down from four picks to 3 picks to 2 picks till it's 1 pick, and I can play it pretty fucking clean. So, and then all the excess gain and goop really helps out. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. When it just clicked, I've been playing about a year and a half, and I was watching I don't know if you remember that show on VH1 called Legends.
Mm-hmm. That sounds familiar.
It was kind of like a behind the music thing type deal, but they were doing one on Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I just kind of mimicked what his hands were doing, and it just like, oh, I can do that. Mm-hmm. I can do that. And then I kind of tried to learn the tapping stuff, and well, that's not that bad. I don't know.
When I was way back when I was learning, I did a lot of metronome and up and down and doing, just what you were saying there, four per note, 3 per note, 2 per note. Excuse me, intervals and thirds and fourths and that kind of thing. But then I just got into bands right away, so I started playing. So I had to learn something. I would learn it, but I mean, I'm not a shredder like Randy is at all. So, with licks and some of the lines I do, I'll hear something in my head and I'll figure it out on guitar, and then work it up from there. But other than that,
yeah.
Jim?
Years of repetition and faking it till I make it.
Pretty much. You know, Andy James has said that. I think it was one of his Masters of Shred interviews he did that he asked him to, like, he's like, do you slow these licks down and build them up to speed? He's like, nope. He goes, I play them failing at them at speed until they eventually just hit. So I just kind of fake it until I make it.
Yeah, it's funny that, you know, you bring that up because a lot of these, you know, even today, Andy Wood said the exact same thing, trying to do this little run. He's like, I can't do it slow.
Yep.
He can only do it correct if he's playing it at speed.
Yep.
And for a lot of it, it's quite similar patterns, right?
Yeah.
Three notes per string or whatever it is. But for certain techniques, like I've been trying to work on playing with my fingers, that's something you gotta fucking not know what you're doing, but you gotta kind of get the feel for it before you start.
Right. What's up, anti-DIY HVAC?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's like the Jason Hook thing that I cannot do. He does how the fuck do you say it? Ascending run of descending sixes. So the pattern he's playing is descending notes, but he's ascending up the neck. And I cannot fucking do. I've tried playing it slow, playing it fast, it does not compute. It's funny if you ever watch Andy James, and I'm not recommending you go watch Five Finger Death Punch stuff, but if you watch Andy James play those same licks, since he's in the band now, he can't do it either. So he just plays ascending. He plays ascending runs of ascending sixes. It's the same pattern, just he's ascending them instead of descending them. And somebody asked him about that, and he was like, I can't do that. He's like, I don't know how Jason does that, but I can't fucking do it.
It's kind of like a double negative, right? You do
Right.
The absolute opposite, so you should be just floating in midair.
Steve Resor, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Joe, I just use UPS. It's expensive, but it will get there in one piece. Sent an amp to Cali today via UPS. Wasn't going to boutique amp distribution, was it? Oh yeah, get that chainsaw sharpened up, your weed whacker and your fucking slaughterhouse tools.
Yep.
Todd says, I got about 8 guitar and bass boxes in the basement. Yeah, dude, I usually have 4 or 5, and
I have exactly 2.
what the fuck are y'all doing for 20 minutes before a show? That's a lot of time just to tune guitars. Who says we're tuning?
Yeah.
Well, John
Tuned
tunes.
up already before we get here.
I did use the Black Hunter 50 mile per hour duct tape.
I think
What's up,
we all
Jade Guitars?
Hey,
get
brother, how are you?
things out of our mouths that we can't say on the show.
Yeah. That's right, Andy. Raise Hail and Praise Dale. I threw that Earnhardt tape on it. I don't know if you really call it packing it well, but it's packed. It's not my finest job.
It ain't coming apart, so
No.
so
If
when
it
you crash,
and if it
crash
does,
the
it's
plane, still a
insured.
successful landing.
If it does, it's insured. So everybody bitching about UPS. Quentin says he just cries until he gets the speed close. Joe says he's never metronomed. Get the shapes and patterns on your finger, then figure out how to optimize it as you get faster. Exactly.
Yep.
That's pretty much my strategy.
And the cool thing with doing what we do here, I mean, there's lots of similar keys, but different tempos is the thing too, right? So if you
Right.
work out, I find myself, if I work out a lick, and I'll do it in a slower piece that we're doing, and it comes off easy, and then another one in a similar key that's faster. Well,
Right. Scotty says he never practiced with a metronome when he was younger, but his timing sucked, so I started doing it. So here's a fun fact. God damn it, Dave, you bastard. Takes me a picture of Quentin's ass. It might have been his ass, but I'm betting that's Quentin's. So here's a fun fact. I was also a drummer. started playing drums in 6th grade. So about a year after I started playing guitar, and all through school band, I was a drummer. So that, and I started doing the whole like playing in rock band things in high school.
Yeah.
And I always just played along. It's no different than people did in the 70s and 80s and 60s or whatever. You put the record on and keep moving the needle. Just I had CDs. I had a big Iowa 5-disc stereo hooked to 2 Kenwood, like 1980 Kenwood 12-inch speakers.
Nice.
And I would
Get them out of the back of a van.
No, they were they were actually my mom. She had like the curio cabinet with the graphic EQ, the turntable, dual cassette deck.
Yeah.
Big Kenwood home stereo system from like, I think it was like 81 maybe.
Right.
Those speakers sounded awesome. But I had those hooked up to my Iowa stereo, and I would put Live Shit Binge and Purge on, or Live Without a Net, or whatever, and crank it, and I would play along with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've said it on here before. It's like if I go back and try to play a Metallica tune with like a backing track where the guitars are ripped out, I'm always way too fast because I learned playing with the live versions, which were always,
Pushing a bit.
yeah, they were a little coked up on them tempos.
Yep.
But that's how I kind of got it down. And I know a lot of times on this, it doesn't look like my timing's great, but that's usually a latency. If, John's hosting a track or Ryan's hosting a track, if I host a track, pretty much dead on.
Mm-hmm.
But they say anything 5 milliseconds or less, the human ear can't hear it. So give you an
That's
idea.
style too, right? I mean, you're generation or two ahead of me.
I'm a behind the beat guy. I like
That's
playing.
what I was just gonna say, right? I would come from the school of Jimmy Page, right? You drag the verses and you push the choruses, and that's kind of the Bonham idea. And I've always been into drummers, so it's a lot of players these days they're fucking right on top of that beat,
Right.
and it just doesn't feel right to me.
Quentin said his playing was fine until he met that Steve kid.
You thought your playing was fine until
Right.
Steve. Same thing. Except that happened to me 20 years ago. Like, fuck this guy.
You guys ever get busted up and watch the show Rock Fujiyama? What a time. Marty Friedman, Paul. I've seen clips from it.
I'll have to check that out.
Seen when Kerry King was on there. Akira Takasaki from Loudness. Sammy says, I'm no way a shredder, but I learned by playing songs. That's pretty much what I did. I just had to learn the solos too. And I think that's one of the big reasons why I stray from doing covers a lot, is because if I can't play them pretty much perfect, I don't want to fucking do it. It's stupid because you watch any of those guys who wrote the fucking songs go out there and play them. They don't play them the same every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel kind of weird kind of improvising on a solo that's like a great solo that somebody else wrote. I don't know. Just weird. Just one of those things.
I'll improvise over anything. Care.
To each his own. I don't give a shit. I'll try to keep it, I'll throw in the little bits that kind of need to be in there, if they have to be.
Yeah.
And then, but other than that, I just play the shit to the best of my ability.
Right.
It's all fun.
I will say, and I know Dan's not here, but I actually have been sitting down and kind of trying to get the polishing touches on the whole tune of Lay It Down. That should be coming soon. Try playing Winger 17 right after Rat Lay It Down. Right after Unchained. Zach says for him it's practicing and playing guitar every day. Yeah, I wished I could, man. I just don't have the time to play every day. Arky says packing sucks. I agree. And Sova's talking about some kind of country shit. Blue Mock says, apparently his shithouse Logitech surround speaker sounds so good. I'm eating a pork chop. John coughs and Sugar Tush asked me if I'm okay. Nice.
So if I fart real loud, she can ask you if you shit your pants.
I thought that was Q's ass. Unfortunately, I've seen Q's ass before. I just didn't really need a picture of it sent to me. Thanks. Scotty says, I played in bands too, figuring shit out, but we couldn't play to a click either. Yeah, see, I don't like that whole, that's a whole nother Randy's rant right there, is you go watch these bands live and half of them have their show, you know, they're playing fractals or Kempers or whatever, and they've got a laptop doing everything. You know, they've got a laptop via MIDI changing their patches, you know, the click for each song, and everybody in the band's on a click. No. What's the guy, you know, I get shit for this because they're popular now and I can't stand them. What's the fucking band, Polyphia? Did you ever see that? They were playing some festival like a year or so ago, and the drummers, I guess his in-ears stopped working, and his drum tech had to sit there next to him and tap the tempo on his left leg for like the rest of the show so he could play in time. And I'm just like, well, that's fucking lame. I don't know. I feel like when everybody on, you know, I get drummers and stuff using clicks, especially like Alex Van Halen did it on keyboard songs. When because they would either have Alan Fitzgerald off stage or the keyboards were piped in some form or fashion. And Alex, I mean, he was the guy that basically started the in-ear monitor revolution. You know, he would have headphones on or in-ears in, and he would have a click going on just the keyboard songs. I think by 2015 he had a click in his ear for the whole time. But I don't know. I've tried that. I've been in bands where they wanted to use a click track, and I'm like, that's cool. Take that shit out of my monitors, please. Thanks. It killed, to me, playing with a click as a whole band, if you're not recording, I don't even really like using a click recording. It takes that natural swing and groove out of it. It's just too perfect for me. But yeah, playing live with a click on everything, fucking lame. That's just my opinion on that. Todd has an E-drum kit. They're fun. I keep a basic beat. Fills are tough though. Chuck C was also a drummer in high school. Started playing in the 4th grade. Way up, dude. What's going on, brother? It's your fault.
And no, Q, we won't keep the avatar up there for your perverted.
Todd says in high school we said we played better and faster the more we drank. This was the late 80s. I don't know. I've played a many of shows fucking wasted and just go back and watch where somebody videoed it or something. It's like, damn, I pulled that off. I got to remember how I played that lick or whatever. Exactly. I don't need no stinking click. Matt says some of the real nasty double time stuff I do needs a click or I'd never get the crazy timings. You know, and I can see that. It's not my thing. You know, if you know, you're going in and you're doing some recording, you got your drums and shit on a grid or whatever, you need it. I get it. Maddie, you just punch those fucking things in for me, bud. I haven't played drums in I don't know how long. Can you guys stop the ad pop-ups? Ooh, Ryan's got ads on. I cannot. Because that's done through YouTube, and I don't have access to I'm not the channel admin.
What are they selling? Brought to you by Pfizer. That's how we make money, Randy. You gotta get a sponsorship from Pfizer.
Brought to you by Durex condoms. Did you get your bag of Crystal's Methodist today?
Yeah. Try Jenny smokable weight loss crystals.
Yeah, Keith 8 says get premium. Darren says use ad blocker extensions. Yeah, I've got YouTube Premium, so I don't see the ads. I had no idea they were on, or Ryan probably didn't even know they were on, so I don't know. So Jimmy, you got a couple builds going on, buddy? What we got going on over there?
Well, today I woke up at 5 and had my coffee and
5 p.m.
Yeah, no. And my two builds, this one and it was green, now it's like green and purple and yellow. I pulled them all apart because I took a little bit more off of the heel.
Yep.
Here because I have short hands, and I didn't really want to, do a little groove on here. So I took way more off of that because I had already, and that's why I like, finishing these guitars this way, is if I need to do something, modify the body, is I can just fix the finish.
Yeah.
On it, this is just stain and it's like 2 coats of Permalac, so it's like about 2 mil in not 2 mil in actual measurements, but in painting. 2 mil, I mean, think of like a thin garbage sack or a thin piece of painter's plastic, but that's about how thin this stuff is on here, and it's easily, fixable. So this guitar, it had a dot inlay neck on it.
Yep.
And the guitar, that neck had
the Charbonnets.
Yep. So that neck had a 12-inch radius, and that was probably. But my other one's got it too. The green one still has the original neck on it that I put on it. This guitar was just sounding a little flat and lifeless, and it was kind of bugging me especially after last Saturday when I played it, and I was like, God damn it. So I shockingly, I have a bunch of these Ibanez necks. And so today I was like, well, I'll just slap another neck on it, and sure as shit, this one was the neck, because now the guitar, it's now lively sounding, and it's sounding the way that I want it to. And then my other one, I finished the finish on it. I did the same thing as I contoured the neck heel a little bit more, and then gave it 2 coats of Permalac on it after adding a little bit blue and kind of messing with the face on it. And then I think, well, it's in the hands of USPS, but I have another body. I have another one of these bodies coming, but it's in poplar.
Poplar.
But it has a interesting the way the dude laminated the 2 pieces is he basically grain matched. It's got this like V, this lighter stripe that comes out in a V in the center, and then it just turns darker as it goes out towards the sides of the body. So that one is, I have gold hardware. All this would be gold that I've had that I was going to use for something else but never did. So I'm going to do one to use up my gold hardware, and then the neck that I'm using is a all access neck joint. So I'm going to do the actual chop to it and round it over to match the heel of the neck on there. And it's also a shark tooth neck. So I have, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, after the gold one, is I have 3 more necks that I can do builds with. So I think I'm going to get some. So I'll just, once I get this, this next one done and all dialed in, then I'll get another body and continue to make these guitars until I run out of necks.
Yo.
And they're actually, I mean, all these modified guitars that I'm doing are actually play way better, because I'm putting on the shit that I want on a guitar, speccing them how I want them, not just, being held to, whoever's manufacturer's, specs
Right.
on there. And I mean,
What's up, Rico?
it's making me, it's making me, taking all my stock guitars and be like, yep, I can just go down the road now because I just don't care because I got what I want.
Yep. That's kind of where I'm at, but I bought what I bought because I will always love those things. Speaking of building shit, Yost, which he's not here tonight. I think it was last weekend. He had asked me about the thickness on this neck on my blue guitar that I put together. So I sent him a side-by-side shot of a regular Japanese San Dimas neck, right next to the blue guitar. And in case anybody's wanting to know the thickness difference in those two necks, there you go.
A proper neck on the right.
One's a golf club and one's a bat.
Yeah. So these necks, the one on the left, that's a 2011 Japanese Charvel neck, and it's pretty much my favorite neck profile ever compared to the super flamed out neck that I put on the blue guitar. I mean, that's a pretty substantial difference there in thickness.
Did you get fret markers on that?
Yeah. You can kind of see one of them. You can see a couple of them. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck I did mother of pearl side dot. So if I start missing shit now playing that guitar, you see why. You can't see the fret markers on the side of the neck. I screwed that all up when I did that. So.
Well, send it back to Willie and have him put invisible dots in it.
I just color them with a fucking Sharpie.
Yeah. One strike, two strikes, one strike.
You can get on eBay and you can order sheets of that graphic vinyl, and you can get little tiny, 16th inch dots.
Yeah. What I used to do when I played on stage all the time is I would get these donut stickers, and they're just circle stickers with a center cut out, and you can get them where the dot's a 3/32 size, and it fits perfectly over the 1/16 dot on your side markers. And I would put those stickers on there, and I would get some glow-on gun sight paint and just dab the center of the sticker, let it dry, then pull the sticker off, and I had a perfect dot instead of looking like a jackass trying to put little blobs on there. It actually worked out really good. I may do that. I don't know. I may just leave it alone. Rico says, "Who cares? It looks amazing." Thanks, bud.
It does. Yeah.
Scotty, I did not order my 111K ohm DCR Seymour Duncan Spinal Tap pickup, but I did send the specs of it to Willie and say, hey, can you make me one of these? I have not heard back yet. And then he's bitching that DiMarzio's taking forever to send his pickups. If they've got to make it, sometimes they take too long.
A couple weeks.
Andy said he got an AT1 and an Air Norton in custom colors with gold bobbins. 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
Scotty, I think, got like a Super 3, and he told me Super 3, and I forget what he put for the neck. An SDS1. What the fuck color SDS1 did you get? I just bought one from Banjo Mike's. He's usually got them in with every color cover you could want. Need DiMarzio's, Banjo Mike's.
Yep. He's got them all.
Need to get Banjo Mike's to sponsor the show. I've spent enough. Jimmy and I for sure have spent enough money at that fucking guy.
Yeah.
I just ordered something from Banjo Mike's fucking Saturday for this new thing. I ordered pickup rings and a pot, and I put in the note on the order. I don't need any more picks or string winders. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Or stickers.
Or stickers.
Yeah. Well, between Banjo Mike's and DiMarzio, within the last 12 months, I spent about $3,000 on pickups.
Yes, Kush. That's what that it's called. Glow On. It's a glow in the dark gun sight paint. They got all kinds of different colors. You can get it on Amazon. It's like $12 for a thing of it. Matt says he doesn't really use side dots. He counts the frets and sixes, but he likes lumen lays. And all Dave just bought a Tone Zone Super 3 Air Norton and an Air Zone. He said they sent 7 stickers with his pickups. Yeah. Did you get a fucking string winder and 117 picks?
Yeah. You want 2 more boxes of stickers?
Right.
And the little pick dispensers that you can stick on your guitar, and you just slide picks into it and you just pull them out.
Yep. I don't use those things.
No.
I've got
old school.
Like this whole pull-out drawer thing over here on the desk that's just slapped full of fucking picks, and there's like half of them probably came from Banjo Mike's. It's just like shit I'll never use. Dave said he didn't get any picks or a string winder. When you want one, I got about 400 of them.
Yeah. What color string winder? You got purple, orange, green. I think I got a red one. I got a black one.
Dave
ones.
strikes me as a
Those are all in multiples.
string winder guy.
I'll tell you what. Saturday before the show, I took this apart and put a bigger shim in the neck pocket. I put a 1/2 degree full pocket shim in it. Get my action down to about 2 millimeter, 1.8, 2 millimeter. And so, of course, I restrung it. And fucking everything needs, if you have a Floyd, you need those there locking tuners, because that took 5 minutes to restring. So that was nice.
You're happy with the result, Randy?
Yeah, I bought a set of 14-inch radius saddles, but I didn't put them on while I had it apart because I didn't have time to fucking... The shims or the saddles and my string, I was out of NYXL, so I just Amazoned it, and they didn't show up till fucking like 7 o'clock Saturday evening. So I didn't have time to shim the neck, put the saddles on, restring it, re-intonate, and all that shit. Because I actually had to take, I actually started, they said the shims, the thing that's with the shims is like, oh, if they recommend the 1 degree for Floyd Rose guitars. So I took the neck off, took the small shim in that was probably about 1/4 degree out, and I put the 1 degree shim in it, put the neck back on, put the strings, put the 2 E's back on. I was like, fucking A, I won't have to raise this bridge, 1/4 inch off the body. So I just took the 2 E's back off, pulled the neck, and then put the 1/2 degree shim back in there and barely had to move the bridge. So the intonations almost dead on. I think it's dead on 3 out of the 6 strings. So it's halfway there. And it's really not that far out on the others. So
You're the only one that notices because you checked.
yep. Oh, it's not. I've seen them where the intonation is just whacked the fuck out, and you can hear it, but it's not. If the dead center on the tuner's on, I mean, they're like a fucking. They're like
Bounce 1 cent either way. Or
they're like
2 cents.
maybe 3 cents or so, and you can't hear. It's 5 cents. You can't hear it, so. It's not really enough that I can play my E chord that I play high up the neck to check my intonation, and it sounds in tune enough. So, I mean, it's not going to sound perfect with the dual D tune going any fucking way. So,
It covers a lot of
All the goop on it.
sins.
yeah. So, I don't know. I may pop those 14-inch radius saddles on it next time I restring it, but if not, they'll go on something else. Because I got to thinking, I'm like, well, fuck, if I put the 14-inch saddles on it, it's probably actually going to raise the E's. And I'm going to have to jack the neck up even more. I'll have to put the 1 degree shim in it and then jack the whole bridge. And it's like, I ain't got time for it. It's like, it's fucking 7:45. I don't have time for all this. I got a show in an hour. But, I mean, it ain't like I don't have other shit to play. So there's that.
Maddie.
His Evertune 30-inch Gretsch has perfect intonation for drop doo-doo.
Doom.
Darren says, I think it was the middle and neck that sounded so good together. They do on the clean. That's the clean combo, middle and neck. I think it was. But does the middle pickup bother you at all? So, yeah, fuck that thing. Is the middle pickup in the way? Look at the height of it compared to the other two. Yeah, it's low. I usually lower the middle pickup way down into the body. Flush with the pick guard. But this guitar, since I wanted to use those 2 and 4 positions, I lowered it down enough where I wouldn't hit it with the pick, but I could still use it. I mean, it's actually about the same height as the neck pickup, and then the bridge pickup is about 3.5 millimeter under the strings, which is a little higher than I would normally run a Tone Zone, but the Tone Zone S doesn't sound as bassy as the full-size counterpart. That guitar is bright. It's always been bright.
All those rail pickups are all ceramic magnets.
Yep. Scotty says, nah, they only changed the middle saddles. These are the new American saddles. And they don't look anything like the old Floyd saddles, so I wasn't sure on that. And the numbering system form is different now. So your E's have 2 dots. Your A and B have 1 dot, and then your D and G have no markings on the underside of them. So somebody that's not paying attention or trying to go by the old saddle marking system that they used under Schaller is going to get confused. So Sammy says, I have 5 guitars. I'm wanting to tell you to round out the collection, but I don't know which one to want. I can tell you right now, if I were to buy an off-the-shelf telly, it's probably going to be a Richie Kotzen telly.
Have you actually laid hands on those?
Yes, I've played a Kotzen telly. Big neck. Comfortable neck. Maddie says, if it don't shake your butthole, it ain't heavy enough. Todd says, middle pickups always bother me. I just deal with it. I usually don't run middle pickups, but I wanted to go for that Strat vibe. But I have to lower them where I don't, because that's exactly where I pick. So I have to lower them where I'm not going to sit there and smack the shit out of them the whole time. What is Rico talking about? Rico says, I put flats on my Gresh than those from the previous owner, glued or saddled the bridge to the body so I can't intonate it much more than up and down on the left and right side. Assholes.
Yep, that's not cool.
I know I can get the ruler out and measure them. I've got one of those metal action gauges around here somewheres.
Or you just stack them together and you can visibly see the height differences.
Yeah. I've got a action gauge. It's got a little ruler thing on it. Right. Oh. Boop. Right there. And yes, I know I'm American, but I went with the metric version.
Randy.
Steve was here. He said you went with the proper version.
Well, working on cars, nothing on cars is in SAE Imperial shit anymore. It's all millimeters. So I'm used to measuring things in millimeters. So,
You know what's hilarious?
what's up, Chris Trock?
Everything up here, well, probably 70% of in construction, is Imperial. Everything else is in metric.
Huh. Todd says he bought a Mexican player telly in 2020. Took 3 or 4 years for that neck to stabilize.
You got patience, my friend.
And Bo says to get the Fender Ultralux. That Ultralux Vintage that Ryan played at Guitar Center when we were there a few weeks ago actually sounded really fucking good. I didn't play it.
$3,000, something like that.
Yeah, they're like $28.99 or something like that.
Too much.
Exactly. There's a Imperial and a metric version. But the back of each one has your conversion chart.
Only half dicks, not full dicks.
Right. So, yeah, I use this thing like never. Because I just set my action to what feels good. So I actually broke it out on this guitar when I shimmed it, and the low E is right about 2 millimeter, and the high E is about 1.8. So,
It's funny whenever
I stuck it on one of the Charvels the other night just to see the difference, because that action is a smidge higher than the Charvels, and the Charvels are both, or the two I looked at, the low E's 1.5, or the high E's 1.5, and the low E's 1 3/4. And that's about where you start getting a little bit of rattle on those, little buzz, but I don't give a shit because you don't hear it coming through. Benjamin, I'm going to butcher your last name, so I'm not going to say it. Welcome in. Good to see you. What guitar should I get for a $500 budget? I like Strats and Les Paul body styles, but open to try another body. I love rock and metal. What should I get?
at Ibanez, right, Jimmy?
Well, I mean, I kind of put you right dead. I mean, that puts you on the higher end of some of these companies that, you know, like Firefly and Harley Benton.
Or you want new or used?
Yeah. I mean, here's a good channel to go over to if you are into, you know, if you're looking for a budget guitar, is go with Brian over at Searching for Tone.
Yep.
Or Steve Cassidy with Casa de Guitar. Then, or is it Only Frets? There's two dudes that do.
That's Sean, right? Sean plays guitar.
No, that's
he does only.
Or is it?
frets.
It's Fret Not.
Yeah, Fret Not. There you go.
Fret Not. So you got two dudes that demo and give away budget guitars. So you had Firefly, you got Tease, Fesley. I mean, there's IYV. I mean, so there's, I wish I had those options when I was a kid.
I mean, that's plain and simple now. I mean, your $500 guitar now is not the same as a $500 guitar 20 years ago.
100% true.
I'm a Strat guy, Strat style guy, Strat type guy. Done the Les Paul thing a couple times. They don't ever really hang around long. I used to be, I think for the money, I think the LTD, the 200 series are actually pretty damn good. Schecter's got some pretty good offerings in that price range. And then you factor in used as well. I mean, you can pick up some Mexican Charvels in the $500 range. If you don't want a Floyd, there's hardtail options.
Shit. I mean, you can go old school and, go Araya Pro 2 or Fernandez or, an old Greco.
There's a Fernandez ST, I forget the number, on eBay or maybe Reverb that I'm watching right now, and it's like $500. And I've almost bought it about 15 times because it's like an 85 model and it's got the original Floyd on it. It's it's a legit whale tail. It's got the original Floyd nut with the humpback locking clamps. Those things are stupid money on the used market. The dude could get $500+ just for the Floyd and the locking nut that's on that thing. I don't think it's a head crasher Floyd either. It's a I don't think it's a head crasher. I'm fixing to look and I'll tell you. But the guitar is ugly as shit. It's a FST 65. And it's got the original floor. It's like an FRT4. It doesn't have the slanted whale tail for the fine tuners. It's the FRT4, which has the straight up and down fine tuners. And the saddles are humpback saddles like the old non-fine tuner Floyds. Where's Scotty at? He could chime in on that. Yeah, here it is.
I mean, and don't be impatient because there are deals out there. You just got to have some patience and put in the time looking for stuff, because there's, Facebook Marketplace. You can find all kinds of shit. I mean, eBay, I have bought, God, I don't know how many damn guitars off of eBay.
It's a buyer's market, right?
Okay, so the listing says it's equipped with a Floyd FRT3, but it actually looks like an FRT4. Because I don't think... Maybe the 3s were the ones with the straight up and down fine tuners. The ones that Eddie hated.
Scotty, I'm on the hunt for a West Tone Pantera.
Yeah, it is. It's an FRT4. The FRT3 was the last non-fine tuner bridge. It's an FRT4. I mean, the fucking guy could get stupid money for that just for the trim that's on it. Fuck you, Scotty. I'm not linking that to you. I'm gonna buy it, god damn it. No, I'll send it over. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure it's an FRT4. The only reason I haven't bought it is because it's in Japan, so it's like $120 $25 shipping, and then plus now you're gonna have to pay your tariffs.
Well, there's stipulations on that. Only if it's above a certain value.
Scott. Where the fuck are you at in my messages, Scotty?
So I believe that if the guitar or if your parts, your expenditure is more than $800, is you will have to pay import fees. Anything below $800, none.
Well, he's got it listed. He's got it listed at $509.12 plus $142.41 shipping.
You won't pay any. You won't pay any fees on that.
I sent you the link, Scott, so you can verify that that's an FRT4.
And buy it.
I'm like, the listing.
He's out now. It's coming from Japan, so apparently he got anti-yellow fever.
Oh. I bought a couple of things out of Japan, just pedals and stuff.
They do. Usually, shit from Japan shows up with a quickness.
Yeah, real quick.
If you're looking for something unique, because Japan has all the cool shit.
Yep.
They have all the cool shit.
Do you know how many of these are in Japan, man? Fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
Tons.
All the rare ESPs and all that shit are in Japan.
Yep. How many models? I mean, I have a model that Ibanez SI 850. That was a Japan only model.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a lot of just exclusive Japan only models from just about every manufacturer.
Right.
Except the sushi. I'm not a big sushi guy.
I did see
I'm gonna run here, guys, in about 10 minutes. I gotta go pick up my kid from soccer at 8.
That's cool. We'll wind her down about 10 minutes. There was I don't remember if it was eBay or Reverb. There's an Araya Pro 2 flame top Explorer. Looks like a Hammer Explorer, but it's got the Gibson headstock and the block inlays. And I was like, now you're talking my language.
Your area guitars, Jim, or no?
What's that?
Do you still have your area guitars or no?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are forever guitars because
those are awesome.
The two I got were just, I mean, freaking awesome.
Yeah. Really good.
So I'll break this one down for you. So you have, when it comes to ESP, you have in their levels, you have LTD, and then E2, and then ESP USA for the United States. The E2 is what replaced the ESP standard series, which is why everyone bitches that, oh man, you should get a ESP Kamikaze for fucking $1,700 and now they're $6,000. That's because the standard series doesn't exist anymore. It's E2. Well, in Japan, you have Grassroots, which is kind of like their version of LTD. Edwards, which is like in between. It goes anywhere from the LTD Deluxe to the E2 series stuff, and then you have ESP Japan. And they used to make Navigator, but from what I understand, Navigators, they discontinued Navigator, I think last year. But yeah, that's why you can get an Edwards Les Paul or Explorer, this knock-on straight Gibson copy. And yeah, pretty much knock on, but because they're Japan only. There's plenty that have made it across the boat over here though for sale. Scott, are you sure that's an FRT3, bud? I'm pretty sure that's a FRT4. I don't think FRT3s had fine tuners. I was pretty sure FRT3s were non-fine tuners.
Yeah, Todd. Well, the LTDs. I mean, Schecter. I mean, most of Schecter's line are made in South Korea, and I mean, I don't remember ever getting a bad Schecter.
I haven't heard anything bad about Schecter.
Oh, damn, Scott, you're right. That is an FRT3.
Right.
It does not have fine tuners.
Probably the most.
I need glasses, bro.
Bang for the buck is probably a Schecter.
I own 2 Schecters. Got a Nick Johnston Strat. And I'll tell you this much. That Nick Johnston Strat, for what you get for the money, blows any sub $2,000 Fender out of the water. I mean, that guitar, you get, it's a Schecter bridge, but it's made by Godo. 510. A Graphtec nut, locking tuners, stainless steel the older made in Koreas don't have stainless steel frets. It's got an ebony board, a roasted maple neck. You get the brass circle inlays, and the pickups were decent. I took mine out and put DiMarzio's in it.
Of course. The
injector set with the Area 67 in the middle. But man, I got that thing out of the box and had to do very, very little setup work. Fret ends were fucking awesome. They had passed Phil McKnight's pantyhose test. And yeah. I know somebody that recently acquired a guitar that Mr. McKnight just worked on. Apparently it was not up to par. Not going to say who or what guitar, but there was a fret level and crown done on it, and it was not that great of a job. So,
Pantyhose test.
yep, it had definitely passed the pantyhose test.
Okay, boys, I got to run.
Well, it is almost 11 o'clock for me.
Yeah.
See you, John.
Later, John.
Talking paid 800 and then 900 now. You know, those made in China Jackson Pro Pluses, I've played some that were really good, and I've played some turds. But I mean, that kind of goes for about anything.
Yep. Doesn't matter what level, the price point, there are turds in every bracket and every level of guitar. It doesn't matter.
I mean, Ryan and I played that Pete Thorne Sir that was just fucking dead. Sounded terrible, didn't play good. Had that nice pinging noise that the stainless steel frets make on certain guitars. It's just a dead guitar.
That's why if you're scared about, or leery about buying something online, is just whoever you get an instrument from, is just make sure that they have a good return policy.
Yep.
Or you'll be stuck with a turd unless you have the ability to to swap necks or modify, or sometimes it don't even matter. I can't tell you how many hours I have wasted on guitars that just would not play ball.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Countless hours.
It definitely happens. can't win them all. They can't all be good.
No.
It's like, how many Murphy Lab Les Pauls have you played that sound like shit? A few. Most of them sound great. They ain't all good. Loaded Pro Plus. Loaded Body. Which one? Charvel or Jackson or?
Gonna order a neck, Darren?
Don't be like all Dave and try to put the Pro Plus neck or the a regular Pro Mod neck on a Pro Plus Charvel body, because it ain't gonna work unless you do a fuck ton of sanding. And by sanding, I mean getting the bandsaw and cutting 1/2 inch off the heel. That's why I've learned to work on my own stuff now, except for yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at. I mean, I can do most of that shit all myself. I'm just lazy or don't have time, and I've got a guy that's fucking great, so. Sometimes I just pay him. Which is what I'm going to do with the new one. Because I fixed his truck, so. You know. Dave. I'm going to give it to the guitar guy. Let him shave the heel down. Yeah. Sit out there with the hacksaw after you saw that box open that's coming your way. Just saw the heel off. Saw the heel in half. I sent him pictures in Guitar Center. They had a white, one of the white Pro Mod Pluses. So I went back in there and took some shots of the neck joint. I'm like, you got a lot of sanding to do, bud. Zach says he's never bought a guitar online. I always go to the store. It gets me out of the house. I've bought plenty online. I've bought more online than I have in the store. And you know what? If it sucks, I'll sell it. But, you know, there's ones, too, that they're good, and you go through your honeymoon phase with them, and it's just kind of like, okay, well, I'm over that now. And then you sell it. My JP16 was awesome until I realized how much I didn't like the narrow-ass neck. You know, my Les Paul was great until I'm like, man, I'm tired of having a 10.5-pound boat anchor hanging around my neck. And then I built this fucking thing that's also a 10-pound boat anchor. It's like 9.5, but it's heavy. It's Jim Bombas approved. So, Scott says, if I go to the guitar store, it's too dangerous. See, I have pretty good restraint going into guitar stores because most of the ones around here are shit. You know, I mean, there's like 5 or 6 guitar centers in the metro Atlanta area, and most of those suck. The actual Atlanta Guitar Center is probably the best, but even then.
Yeah, the only time I go to my local music instrument purveyor is if I'm out of something and I have to have it to finish something, you know, either for somebody or if I just need like either I got a shit cable that I need to replace, as I run down there. But as far as guitars, because you know we have Gibson, we got the Gibson acoustic plant here.
Yep. And
so the local business is, of course, you know, they're a Gibson dealer, but they just basically do the, you know, bread and butter brands, you know, Gibson, Fender, PRS, and then the associated brands, you know, a couple Jacksons that are meh. And so they don't really have anything that I'm really looking for. I mean, if I go in there, they've got like this, I don't know, like a corner of one wall that's about, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 feet long of 2 rows of used guitars, and there's usually nothing
Yeah.
Nothing I see in there, so it's just like, well, that's why I've acquired, bins and bins of parts of stuff that I like, and I can, and nowadays with CNC machining is you got, a bunch of extra necks, and build a guitar. I love building guitars. These things are turning out freaking great.
I had a blast doing that one.
There's all kinds of companies that'll see and that have, $200, $300. You can get a nice body. These two guitars are solid maple bodies. Yeah, they're heavier than hell. They're over 9.5 pounds, but I think both of these bodies that I got, I paid like $180 for them. That's pretty good, and they're usually spot on. Pearl's been spot on with their stuff. Everything's lined up. I think there's a bunch of them. There's 5 alarm guitars. A lot of the companies will do like, strictly Fender stuff, and then you got companies that will do, that are more geared towards like Ibanez bodies and on there, but you can find something.
I found out something that's dangerous is that Musicraft makes replacement necks for all the EVH shit, because the EVH shit has the elongated Telly style heel on like the Stripe series guitars. So a Charvel neck won't work or anything like that. And I found out Musicraft makes the elongated squared EVH heel with the wheel adjust truss rod. And you've got all kinds of different options for headstocks, and so I've got that one, and I've been talking about how it just plays out of fucking tune. And 40's offered multiple times, just send it to me and I'll fix it. And then I'm just like, you know what? Now that I know this, I may just spend stupid money on another really flamey ass neck to put on it. So that's always an option too. But yeah, I don't know. I think once you've been doing this, as long as we have or longer, and maybe not even as long, you kind of get down once you know what you like, you know what you want. And if nobody makes it off the shelf, then just fucking put it together. So, the closest thing I can get off the shelf is not made anymore. It's the 08 to 10 USA Charvels and the 10 and 11 Japanese ones. And even then, they don't offer them in single humbucker or one single setups. They did the Wild Card 7, I think, was the primer gray one, but it has a recessed Floyd, and I like top mount Floyds. So I just start building them. I'm not going to pay $6 or $7 for a kamikaze. I'll just fucking build them. I know the guy that runs the company that builds ESP body and neck spec necks. If you wanted to build your own kamikaze guitar, I know where to get the parts. So if you want the old school Jackson style Concord headstock ESP, he makes those necks. You want I think they call their Strat headstock the Spear headstock. He makes those necks. So I think I'm going to build my own kamikaze style next. It's going to look similar to that custom shop that 40 Grit just got, but I'm going to go with a roasted flame maple neck and board instead of the maple and ebony combo. It'll be a similar color, and all, a yellowed white vanilla shake-ish cream kind of color. So I've been planning on doing that for like a year and hadn't done it. I ended up building that one instead. But I already had that body and it was laying there doing nothing. So, I mean, might as well make use of it, right? There you go, Darward, the Primer Scream. Yep, that's the Wild Card 7. The Wild Card 3 is still my favorite. And how I walked into the one I walked in on for $650, cash money in mint condition, I couldn't say no to it. And now it's funny, one will pop up maybe a year because they only made 100 of them. The 3 wild cards from the USA series only did 100 of each. So one of the wild card 3s will pop out maybe once a year on Reverb or eBay, and they're always $2,000 or more. I've had offers for mine on the Charvel group on Facebook anywhere from $1,800 to $2,500. And I'm like, I paid $650 for it, and I'm not getting rid of it. That is my favorite guitar that I own. It's got the mojo, and any pickup you put in it, it don't matter. It sounds awesome. So it's got my favorite neck on it. That guitar is just awesome. And I've changed it a little bit. They came stock with a JB and a Floyd 1000 and a chrome knurled metal knob, and I ditched that shit. It's got a German Floyd and Super 3 in it currently. And that guitar's had I've put 7 different pickups in it. And the only one that sounded like shit was that Kramer Eruption pickup that's supposed to be the PV Wolfgang pickup. That pickup sounded like shit. And that's when I yanked it out and put the Super 3 in it. And the Super 3's been in there for 2 years. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So,
if you're playing the heavy shit, it's hard to go wrong with the Super 3.
Well, I just don't play it much on the show because it's so low end heavy. But you know what? I haven't even played it through this Ampero. I may do that on our next show. I may play it for most of the night.
Urchins are cool, Scotty, but I kind of stick to this shape.
You got Les Paul shaped guitars.
Yeah, shaped. That you can actually, that I can actually play up
yes,
here because I got
Brian Peterson. They're actually here Friday and Saturday night. The 13th and the 14th. Their show they were supposed to play here in the fall was when James LeBrie was sick, so they rescheduled it. So they're doing 2 nights here. One's the one set's supposed to be the 40th anniversary tour set, and then I think the Saturday night show is the Parasomnia, where they're playing the entire album and A Change of Seasons and 4 or 5 other tunes. Both are sold out. So I'm kind of when they announced the 2 shows back to back, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to go to, and then I fucked around too long and they both sold out. So, plus the makeup show, I mean, those tickets were still valid from the first one. So I don't think there was that many tickets on sale for it anyway. But yeah, they're actually here this Friday and Saturday. So, there you go. Bo says, gentlemen, I have to go. When is the next show? Thursdays are kind of touch and go right now. We may do a Thursday. We hadn't done a Thursday show in 2 weeks, so we may do one this Thursday. Don't hold me to that, but it may happen. It may not happen. Things are kind of busy with everybody right now, so kind of just been the Thursdays. I think we've just kind of been, we wait till 5 o'clock Eastern time. Hey, are we gonna do a show tonight? It's like, I'm still at work or whatever. So I think John was pulling some 14 to 16 hour days, and I've been under the weather, and Ryan's got his stuff going on, and Jimmy's Jimmy. So Trev has to go blow his buddy. I mean, go hang out, go see his AC guy or whatever the fuck he's got to do. So I don't know. We may do a Thursday show, may not. We'll see. Kind of playing them by ear for right now. I do know that might be a couple cool things coming up. I think we're gonna have Yostinator on for one of these Tuesday night shows in October, and pretty sure we're gonna have Jason Tong back to demo his new Alta preamp on here in October as well. So, and I'm working on some other people to come on. I may have Robert Baker on, trying to figure out a schedule for that. Have Robert Baker on for a night. That way we can pick his brain about hanging out with Bukovac and Dan Huff. So, see how it goes.
Oh, Randy, people are fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know.
So, I got, I have a bunch of guitars on my Reverb store.
Let's see what Jimmy's got on Reverb.
So I get questions, because I list everything, all the specs with the guitar, what the body wood is, what the pickups are, what the bridge is. It's all in the listing. And what's the body wood? It's in the listing. What's the tremolo? It's in the listing. What's the pickups? It's in the listing.
Yep.
Does it come with the case? No. There's just a picture of the guitar sitting in one. And the listing says, comes in a case.
Oh, you got your Jimmy Beach, your Reb Biter guitar on there?
Yeah, that's the one some ding-dongs asking questions about. And all the specs are in the listing.
Oh, you put the Hollow Flash Kramer on there? Kramer that you Hollow Flashed?
Yep.
Cool.
Refretted, plays like fucking butter.
Jimmy usually doesn't sell to idiots like that, Scotty. Sammy, his Reverb store is Gear Biter.
Some dude, he'd try, I'll trade you the PVHP special and your Kramer for this fucking piece of shit headless thing. It's like, yeah, go, can you just sell me the loaded body? And I was like, yep.
No.
I can take the neck off, but the price is going to be the same because you're asking for free labor, and my time is very, very expensive. So yeah, you can have the body without the neck for the same price.
Right. Jackasses. Cool.
And if the guitar wasn't worthwhile, if it's not up to my standards, it don't get sold.
What wood is it made out of?
Which one?
Doesn't matter.
All the woods.
Todd wants to know if you have a destroyer.
No. And if I did, I wouldn't be selling it.
Yeah, I keep looking at them, man. I like the old destroyers, but I really want a mid-70s destroyer because of, well, we know why. But god damn, those things have gone through the roof. There's like 3 of them on Reverb now, and they're like 15 grand. And then somebody let the fucking cat out of the bag that the Greco Explorers from the same areas, the same eras, the same fucking guitars. So now they went from like $500 to $5 grand.
Yep.
God damn. I want me a Carina Explorer. And of course, you know, the whole fucking photograph video, the Phil Collins triple pickup, Black Destroyer. I always thought those were cool. So, I don't know.
Yep, there's a lot of cool old guitars that nobody gave two shits about, and now they're the shit.
Yep. Anyone that asks stupid questions can't really play or know guitars. Yeah, Todd,
Yeah,
bad
don't.
monkey syndrome. Yeah, well, you know, I would say that, but ever since, you know, the last 15 years, the old Ibanez Destroyers just constantly go up in price, and they're hard to find anyway. And the tie to Mr. Van Halen.
Well, you know where a good place to find old Ibanez Destroyers is? Japan.
Yep.
They've got tons of them.
You know, Pete Thorne bought his right before they like really went through the fucking roof. Yeah, I don't know who let the cat out of the bag that the Greco is the same guitar, but fuck that person. I don't think they're going to come down. I don't think, because the Bad Monkeys are back to like $100. But you know what? I mean, that's the same. It's like most of those Digitech pedals from that era were actually good.
Yep. Randy knows I gave him one.
Yep. I mean, the hardwired series, the X series.
Yep.
Yeah, I will not be getting rid of my CR7 or my multi-chorus anytime soon.
Yeah, those are great pedals.
So, but I think we're gonna wrap her up here. I've been going to right at 2 hours. We were a few minutes late. So, appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, I saw that they're doing a version 2 Bad Monkey, Sammy.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Must have missed that. How you like your Joyo delay?
Actually, this is analog. It's just a straight analog delay, 3 controls, time, mix, and repeats. I think it was, well, when I bought it, this is like about 5 years old, and it does the thing. It sounds good. It's a nice warm analog delay.
Nice. All right, we are at the end. So, we'll catch you fine people on the next one. Maybe Thursday, may not be till Saturday. Maybe Thursday, we'll see. I've been contemplating just popping on here and fucking goofing off and seeing if anybody even shows up. You know, no card, no pre-planning, no nothing. So, little hang and play some guitar and whatever. Maybe take some of those. Can you play this? Can you play that? So, I don't know. We'll see. Might do something.
Watch Sarah get Ryan drunk.
Right. Notice she didn't show up tonight. So, anyway, we'll see what happens Thursday. And if we don't show up, then see you Saturday.
What color is that red guitar?
Right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Keith H., I haven't forgot about you, buddy. I will get that delay pedal out. I've just been swamped. So, promise I'll get that out to you. I gotta find the box for it. I may just stick it in like the SD1 box or something. It's a Boss box. Right. So, yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.